Hey y'all, and thanks for coming through. I'm Star. Again, this is ascendstar Tarot, and I appreciate you all for coming through. This is going to be today's energy for around the 10th of December. Keeping in mind, time is fluid, so we know that this can resonate anytime around the 9th, anytime in December, anytime we have this energetic lineup again. Take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't, and let me know if and how it does. All right. So, with no further ado, this is our energy for today. So, today is actually going to be a number 8 kind of day. Um, Whenever I see a number 8 kind of day, I feel like something is going to try me. Um, and when I say try me, I mean try my patience, try my level of understanding. It could be trying my physical vitality. Like something about this day is going to try me. And I am going to have a spirit strong enough to not endure or not cave in to whatever it is that is trying to challenge me on today. Um, Today is a strength card kind of day, which I love that it already shows in our tarot reading that, of course, will be coming later, our Tarotscope. But it is a day of achievement. It's a day of leadership. It's a day of duality, basically being able to balance yourself. Um, it's a day of karma, which is not always a bad thing. We have good karma too. And it's a day about finance and abundance. So, those are many different levels that you could be tried on today. Especially when it comes to duality, because duality is, um, the yin and yang, our polar selves. It's the good and the bad. So it's really being able to blend those. So it's being able to see, I am about to go off, but recognizing it and being able to balance it out with, okay, like that's not even necessary. Just calm yourself down. This too shall pass. Woo sigh, you know, like that kind of day. So first of all, we still know we are in Sagittarius season. If you're the Sagittarian and you're watching, happy birthday, happy Earth Day to you. Um, so this is all about Jupiter. This is about joy. This is about abundance. This is about knowledge. This is about growing. It's about living in the new. It's about um, honesty, really, like being honest with ourselves and who we are and what we do and our attachments. And look at Jupiter. If you look at today's energy on a regular, then you already know that Jupiter is brought to us by Temperance, and it's starting off that way. Temperance is there at the beginning of our Tarotscope. So Jupiter is basically showing up for herself today. Or his self. Jupiter is actually a masculine kind of energy. But anyway, um, so yeah, it's basically, like being able to balance those things out. And it's also about your passions, about focusing on your passions and what are you doing, how are you taking action. Our moon is still in Venus, so we know we're still dealing with love and relationships and socializing and social and our social skills. We're still also dealing with money and how it's flowing for us, and the luck of money. I don't know if money is actually lucky, but your ability to withstand and get it. How is it coming in, how is it going out. Focusing on your finances, really. The day is a Jupiter kind of day, so Jupiter is showing up big around the 10th of December. And it's really 10th of December. I want to say, we're right in the middle of this, Sagittarian energy. We've been in it since the 21st. We come out it on the 22nd, so it's almost like we're sitting right in the middle of it at this time. Or within the next 10 days, it'll actually be, like phasing out. So this is actually a good time for it to show up. Like the Sagittarian energy is at its highest right now. So with today being Thursday and Jupiter being brought to us by Jupiter, then we're on love, we're on growth, we're on honesty, we're focusing on our relationship, our ethics, our beliefs, like when it comes to love and how we socialize, and how we deal and interact with other people. And our chakra for the day is the heart chakra. And it deals with love. It deals with being compassionate. It deals with being able to relate to the world on, with love, like, and with spirit. Um, it's also, um, basically the heart chakra brings our physical and our spiritual together. So it's like, we put in all this stuff for ourselves, and we know who we are, and we're empowered to be us. But then, we're not just responsible for us. We're responsible for the world on whole. Like, we're all one, we're all connected, and that's basically what that heart chakra does. It connects us to the heart, well, to the world, and it helps us to be compassionate. It helps us to be fair. It helps us to look at other people and not want to judge them and feel no need to judge them, um, which is definitely a great place to be. So overall energy for today, we have an 8, strength, be strong. Right. We have Jupiter, heavy on the Jupiter today. We have Venus, and that talks about love. And then we have the heart, and that talks about love all over again. So um, I feel like overall today, um, I feel like it'll be an emotional kind of day, but it's the kind of emotions where you're just being honest with yourself about who you are, um, and how you attract people. It's like definitely a day not to judge. And I feel like you will be challenged, like when it comes to that. Like if you say that you love somebody, then do you love them to this point, or do you love them to that point? It's helping you to see that, or to move beyond the limitations of love that you had before, but doing it in an honest way, being honest to yourself, being honest with those around you, um, not being afraid to like challenge um, things that don't sit well with you emotionally, or relationships that don't sit well with you emotionally, or people that aren't honest with you. A lot of times, especially if we're in relationships, we sit around, and a relationship doesn't always mean boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. We have relationships, anybody that you deal with on a regular that is a part of your life, you have relationships with these people. So you want to make sure you keep the relationships in your life as honest as possible. And it can be challenging, especially um, when there's things to say that we know may hurt other people. In that sense, we want to be mindful of how we speak. Um, so, yeah, this is definitely looking at those relationships and being able to be social and being able to grow within those relationships. So, I definitely hope this has resonated with you. And if you've made it with me this far, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, tell a friend about today's energy. We want them to be as prepared for the day as you are as well, right? So, with no further ado, let's go ahead and get into our Tarotscope for today. So, like we already said, Temperance is coming in and she is showing out. Jupiter is showing out, right? Um, and with it in this position, it's basically saying that, like right now, you are cool, calm, and collect. You are being able to balance out everything. You see things for what they are, and then you handle them accordingly. You don't emotionally let anything get you. Um, you don't let anything get you unraveled. It's like you're healing, um, in areas that you were broken, um, and in some areas you've just like overall healed. So your approach or the way that you think about these things are no longer the same. Um, it's like you are very, very positive right now. So some of you, in order to get here, like you actually had to get over addictions. You had to get over things um, that were no longer serving you. Um, you had to find and search for your own truth. And at this point, it's like you have found that truth and you're able to balance it out. Knowing that spirit is here, it's like the truth of your passions, the truth of what it is that you want to do, the truth of what excels you and gets you to the next point. Um, it's about you being able to find the truth so that you can be happy, so that you can be successful, so that you can bring in abundance, so that you do have that joy. That's basically what that temperance card is here to represent. Now we have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is basically showing up um, in place of our emotions. And when we put that there, it's just like um, it's not only emotions, it's also spiritual. And it's basically saying that everything that we're doing right now, everything that we're feeling right now, we're doing it with balanced emotions. Like we have this new passion that we've come across. We have this thing that we wanted to do that we've never done before. And now we're ready to do it. And that might be actually speaking our truth. That may very well be changing our philosophies or going in a different direction to what serves us now that we've been able to balance out and find our own truths. Because once you find out your truth, if your truth isn't or doesn't resonate with the way that you've been moving, then you find new passions, you find new things to invest and build your time in. Um, you have a new seed of life. There's a new joy that's within you with that two of wands that's like showing up there. It's like anything that was negative before, you're able to balance it out and find the yin and the yang of it. And now it's just being an expression of joy. It's like so I see this um, as above, so below. So it's basically whatever it is, um, whatever it is that you had going on. I feel like you took it to, you took it to God and you left it there and God helped it grow. And now everything that you do here on this physical plane, it's like you are doing it in remembrance of like you're acknowledging spirit in all that you do. Um, which is definitely a great way to be. It's like, like at this point, like, um, ugh, I keep hearing the words order my steps. Um, it's like you're trusting in spirit right now and you're being guided. You know that gospel song, Order My Steps in Your Word, dear Lord? I love that song. Um, so yeah, like I really feel that type of energy coming off of this. Like spirit is definitely guiding you and showing you where it is that you need to go, or rather not where you need to go, but how to go, how to move forward, right? So then the last card we have here is strength. It's an 8 kind of day. So it's temperance. Jupiter is showing up strong today. And like I said, Jupiter is about your passions, and that Ace of Wands is right there. There's your passions. In the middle of you being able to balance things out, there is passion, and then there's that strength card. And that strength card is all about your physical. Um, it's not all about your physical. It's all about your inner, your spirit being able to balance and endure what's needed for your physical. And it's like all of that is basically coming together so that you can achieve, so that you can lead. The strength card itself is the duality between your physical and your spirit, bringing them, bringing them together. Um, and it's basically saying mentally you are strong. I feel like you come from a long line. If there's someone that comes from a long line of intellectual people. And it's like now you are taking the torch. Like mentally, a lot of people couldn't deal with what it is that you have to deal with, but you're able to do that because you have the mental fortitude to get it going. Like you have multiple things going at one time, but you're like able to um you're able to keep them in order. Like you're healing, you're working, you're helping others, you are you are, I mean, you're just like overcoming. Like you have so many things going on right now. I just see you being like pulled in so many different directions, but you're actually able to do it and you're overcoming it. um, because of this big change that has been going on, because of your different vision, because of this new passion, it's allowing you to incorporate it all. And then, it's the heart chakra kind of day. So it's not just you, it's you and how you're dealing with everyone around you, um, and how you're bringing all of this together. So I definitely, definitely hope that resonates with you. I hope today is a great, awesome, magnificent day. um, I hope that whatever it is that comes to challenge you, that as soon as it presents itself, you recognize that it's a challenge and you are able to, um, I don't want you to react to it. I just want you to be able to process it, recognize it. There's no need to react. Just do what it is that you need to do. Don't react to the negative um, side of it. Tap into your own duality. See and recognize the negative, but then I want you to act positive. So I hope that resonates. Thank you so much for coming through to listen to today's energy. And if you have not yet, go ahead and hit the bell because you don't want to miss tomorrow's energy.